My name's Stephen, I'm 28 years old and I'm from the UK. I've just moved over and I'm looking for my next career challenge. Really interested in this job because I think I've come as far as I can in my current role, and it's going to provide new challenges to develop my leadership skills.
The first question is, tell me about a situation at work when you needed to say something to a colleague even though you knew it would be difficult.
I work on quite large IT projects which have got time constraints. I've got high expectations from the customer. An example where I've had to sort of communicate to people about something that they weren't happy was on a specific project I was working on in the UK. Mm-hmm. We were struggling to meet the customer's deadlines, mm-hmm, in terms of the project delivery, and one of the reasons was due to the sort of project management. And that was really because he was actually being split between two different projects at the time, so his workload was too high. Mm. And he takes his work very personally. He likes to get involved, but the problem was that he just taken on too much. Mm. So we had to actually go away, and we had to actually have a meeting and discuss his workload and the issues which we're facing with the project.
Yeah. So that's the sort of situation. So what actions did you take? You went and had a meeting?
Yes, I had a meeting with the project manager. Actually worked out what was actually left on the project I was working on, but also to find out what was on his other project, because there was something that I knew he had a project, but I wasn't actually aware of his workload to it and his commitments. Mm. So actually I had to sit down with him, sort of worked it through, and sort of identified that to actually fulfil the delivery of my project and his other one, he'd have to work in sort of 14-hour days pretty much for the next 3 weeks. Mm. We actually broke down his workload. So sort of said that's not acceptable to my customer. I'm sure it's not the same to his other customer as well. Mm. So I had a meeting with him, and then and he flagged it up to his management. I had to follow up with my managers because I've got a reporting line. We all sort of had a meeting, a conference call with the project manager's boss, my line manager, and myself, which I instigated to actually see if we can find a solution where he can shift some of his workload to another colleague. See if there's actually some resource within the team that it could be used.
Okay. How are you feeling about the situation, sort of up to and leading into it?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess I struck up a good rapport with him. We were quite friendly, and we were having a good fun on the project. I didn't really want to take him off the project, because he was doing because he was a nice guy. I've sort of become friends with him. But obviously that wasn't the most important thing. My customer was the one who was feeling the pain of his workload. Mm. I know he wouldn't be happy with it, being told that he can't deliver on both projects or deliver on mine to the sort of standards that we need. Mm. I knew he wouldn't be happy with it. So I guess I felt I felt a bit nervous about what he was going to say and how he was going to react to the situation.
Mm. So in that situation then, or when you got into the meeting, did you explore any of that, or did you just keep it focused on, so what's going on and what are things can we take on or off the plate,
Yeah, no, purely around his actual workload. It was all about what tasks and projects he's got, and how much time has he got to do this within a day, and just plot it out onto the project.
Yeah. Okay. What was your reasoning for those actions? So you sort of deliberately took that route, and you had the meeting. What was your thinking behind that? Why did you take that approach with the person?
Yeah, I wanted to sort of have a meeting just with him on his own, just so I could just discuss it with him on a one-to-one basis rather than flag it up to his manager straight away.
Yeah.
I don't find escalation as the easiest or the best way to actually solve problems. Mm-hmm. I thought it was probably most appropriate to have a one-to-one with him.
Yeah. Why is that?
I think it's the way that he likes to work, and also the way I like to work. I don't like to, if something can be sorted without being escalated or being sort of flagged up to management, then I think it's sort of best to take that approach.
Yeah.
Because I think that's how I would like people to sort of work with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it more, rather than worrying senior management about sort of problems that may be resolved between two people, then it's just, I think it's a quicker and easier route.
Mm. And you said you kept focused on the tasks and things rather than sort of left the feelings part out of it. Yeah, what was your rationale for that? What was the reasoning behind that approach?
I guess usually, yeah, if you get emotions and feelings involved in work, and sometimes it can distract from what you're trying to, from what's best for the business.
Mm. Sure. Okay. And what resulted?
He actually got removed from the project I was working on. It was decided that we actually get a second project manager in to actually fill to complete the project I was working on, and he would carry on with his the project. He started about 4 weeks ago, his other project, and it was decided that probably the best approach was that one had about another 18 months to run, whereas the one I was working on had almost finished. It was coming to the last few weeks. Well, I think there was like 4 weeks left. So it was decided that it'd probably be better if he actually carried on with the new project, and we just got someone in who was actually previously working on the project about 12 months ago when it just had sort of started. We sort of thought that was the best outcome for everyone.
Okay. Were you happy with that result? I recall you sort of saying he was a good project manager.
I liked working with him. I didn't get the chance to work with him again after once I moved over here, so I was a bit disappointed from that front. But I guess the end result was that it was delivered on time, well, about a week behind schedule. But so I guess I was happy with the project. Just I would have preferred to have carried on working with him.
Okay, thanks very much. We'll move on to the next question now.
Okay, yep.